Hello, I'm Recky, and welcome back for another U.S. military news reaction. We're going to check out some combat ships. We've seen the most... I think this is the first combat ship I'm doing a reaction to, or learning about. Meet the Littoral combat ship, U.S. Navy's 500 million warship. This is, of course, on U.S. military news. If you haven't checked out U.S. military news yet, link for the video we're going to watch, of course, the channel, both are available in the description. Go there and give them the support that they so much deserve. I'm looking forward to this. First, warship, if I'm remembering correctly. If you are a frequent Recky viewer, let me know if I'm completely oblivious, of course. Before we watch, we say thank you so much to the channel members and the patrons. Thank you so much for the excellent, cool support. A big shout out to the Supreme Tier donators over by Patreon, and of course, channel membership. You get a salute right there. Thank you. Thank you. Ultimate supporters gets a personal shout out. Deja, Walt, Dwayne, Dana, Troy, Robert, Matt, Lon, and Barbara. That might be the best link ever. We're going to find out all about the Littoral combat ship, $500 million warship. And I'm going to love this. Let's do this.
Meet the Littoral combat ship.
But it said Littoral. Littoral, Recky. Littoral. I don't know what that means.
U.S. Navy's 500 million small surface combatants.
Small. Oh, wow.
More than 17 years ago, the U.S. Navy christened the first of a new class of warship designed to operate in near-shore environments. The so-called Littoral combat ships, or LCS, would be fast and agile, capable of countering 21st century coastal threats such as missile-firing boats, small submarines, and mines. The LCS is a class of small surface combatants equipped...
LCS? I don't understand. What is it? What's the name of it? Because I meet the Littoral combat ship. Has he LC...
with capabilities specifically designed to address global challenges in littoral regions.
Oh.
The LCS is intended to facilitate joint force access in these littorals, operating either independently or within high-threat environments as part of a networked battle force that includes larger multi-mission surface combatants.
Oh my God.
The LCS has been a controversial program from its inception, experiencing delays and cost overruns, not to mention severe criticism from elements of the national security community.
Damn, looks like a complete beast.
Perhaps no ship in recent memory has been subject to more criticism than the LCS.
Oh.
Many think LCS is the wrong ship at the wrong time. Some compare the ship to a guided missile frigate and find it wanting. Others think the Navy would be better served with fast attack craft or small corvettes festooned with anti-ship missiles. Still others believe a purpose-built single-mission vessel is the best choice for the mine warfare mission. All of these alternatives would be potentially attractive choices, provided the Navy's future fleet had a need for such ships. Instead, the U.S. Navy needs a different component for its battle force, an affordable, self-deployable, and reconfigurable multi-role warship designed for naval battle network operations in contested littorals.
Oh, I'm having a hard time understanding what he's actually talking. This is actually the first time I feel like my English is actually lacking. I have a hard time understanding. What is littoral? Littoral. It doesn't mean like close to like a coastline thing, close to shore. I am completely oblivious.
An idea is born. In 2003, the Navy launched its first experimental LCS, Seafighter, designated as a Fast Seaframe, or FSF-1. As the Oliver Hazard Perry Osprey-class mine hunter and Avenger-class mine countermeasure ships were reaching the end of their lives, the U.S. Navy released the LCS requirement. Lockheed Martin and General Dynamics submitted design proposals. 2 competing designs were selected for the LCS program, one from Lockheed Martin based on a monohull, and another from General Dynamics, later acquired by Austal USA, based on a trimaran hull design. These 2 designs represented different approaches to achieving the Navy's requirements for speed, flexibility, and modularity.
They look very different to normal combat ships. I'm having a hard time understanding this. It's just weird.
The ultimate decision was to fund both designs as 2 variants of the class. Secretary of the Navy Gordon R. England announced that the first LCS would be named USS Freedom. LCS-1 was commissioned on November 8, 2008 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The LCS-2 ship was commissioned on January 6, 2010 in Mobile, Alabama. Striking a balance. One of the issues with littoral combat ships is their lack of firepower, and when combined with the aluminum hull of the Independence variants, concerns about ship survivability persist. The Navy's...
I do not understand what the crap they mean with littoral, and I feel like that's going to be the key. I'm actually going to Google right now. Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, now I know. And that's actually a Swedish. Name for it too. Part of the sea and lake closest to land. The littoral zone is between high and low water. Okay, that makes complete. Oh, so it's just outside. But that was actually a really good guess by me. So it's close to shore.
Worked to address those issues and has consistently upgraded the original platform to allow it to accommodate a wider range of weapon systems.
Oh, that is
epic. The Navy continues its efforts to improve LCS capabilities with a recent focus on testing a new combat system. This system aims to qualify the littoral combat ship for military missions through a series of upcoming live fire exercises, ultimately enhancing the ship's readiness for major maritime warfare by better integrating, streamlining, and improving on board. Part of the effort includes the introduction of new government-furnished equipment, likely intended to improve fire control, targeting, and integration across a group of shipboard weapon systems, such as CRAM. The ship-launched Seawiz uses a phalanx gun capable of firing 4,500 small projectiles per minute to blanket an area.
That is actually one of my favorite weapons right there, the CRAM. I think it was the CRAM. In many different ways. Robot. Dear Lord, that would kick anyone's ass getting close to it. I now understand the purpose of this combat ship, and now I feel like less of a dumbass. So let's continue.
In contrast, the CRAM replaces the gun with larger, longer-range rolling airframe missiles. Unlike the Seawiz, it uses a 20mm cannon to shoot down threats close to a ship. CRAM fires a rolling airframe missile from an 11-missile battery. The rolling airframe missile is what defense experts call
oh my God, that's a big one right there.
a fire and
Look
forget
at that.
missile, meaning it uses radio frequency detection technology along with the heat-seeking infrared sensor to find its way toward an approaching threat in order to intercept and destroy it. In 2019, the Navy installed the Naval Strike Missile on the San Diego-based Gabriel Giffords. The missile weighs slightly over 880 pounds and has a range of more than 115 miles. Despite the NSM having a greater range than the Harpoon anti-ship missile, LCSs lack long-range fire control systems to detect targets at such distances. The potential evolution of littoral combat ships is highlighted by the likely use of the Standard Missile 6, also known as an SM-6. On September 18, 2023, the Independence-class LCS Savannah departed San Diego with unconventional cargo on its flight deck, a 40-foot-long gray container and a trailer-mounted radar, both connected by long neon orange cables to the vessel's superstructure.
Can it make sense how they actually designed the ships for a littoral? It kind of makes sense everything now. So yeah, let's just move on, Recky.
The U.S. Pacific Fleet later confirmed a successful test launch of SM-6 supersonic missiles in the Eastern Pacific, signaling a way that the lightly armed ship class could one day contribute to a conventional naval battle. Naval Surface Forces said the test is part of ongoing experimentation to see if a mobile launch system could work aboard ships like LCS. Despite these advancements, the costly nature of the LCS class poses challenges for the Navy, hindering its ability to fulfill the originally envisioned missions. Nevertheless, with advanced core weapon systems, broad combat capabilities, and the latest in hull design and propulsion systems, as stated on Navy.mil, the LCS is positioned and ready for a variety of missions, whether in littoral waters or deep seas.
Okay. So basically is that they can actually be close to shore and out in blue waters. That's a really nice diversity for a ship like this. And he said in the beginning that they actually can join in some kind of a formation with the battleships and the aircraft carriers and stuff like that. So mainly what I understand that this is the getting rid of mines, smaller submarines, and of course beat the crap out of them with the cannons. So it's a very versatile warship. It's really cool. And I learned something about Littoral.
Core ship weapons.
There we go.
The core ship weapons on a modern naval vessel play a crucial role in both defensive and offensive capabilities. One prominent component is the 57mm Mark 110 gun system, capable of firing
And that's a Swedish gun, because that's Bofors.
automatic salvos at up to 220 rounds per minute. The Mark 110 gun mount delivers high rates of fire with extreme accuracy, making it effective against surface, airborne, and shore-based threats.
I gotta tell you, I'm sitting here a bit happy in a really weird way to know that on battleships, on warships in the United States, there's a tiny speck of Swedish. You know what I mean?
The RIM 116 ram on the Freedom variant enhances the vessel's self-defense capabilities. Designed as a high firepower, low-cost self-defense system against anti-ship cruise missiles and other asymmetric threats, the ram is a crucial component. Meanwhile, the Independence variant class is equipped with the C-ram. Recently, the C-ram system has also been installed on the latest version of the Freedom class LCS. The LCS is also fitted with the Alex decoy system.
What the hell?
Surface warfare. In addition to the ship's organic weapon systems, the surface warfare package includes 30mm gun systems, 11-meter rigid hull inflatable boats, surface-to-surface missile module, MH-60R equipped with Hellfire missiles, and Fire Scout vertical takeoff unmanned aerial vehicle.
What?
The surface warfare mission.
Oh, you're telling me that helicopter was unmanned? Get out of town. It was not.
MH-60R equipped with Hellfire missiles and Fire.
What? You telling me that we got unmanned helicopters now? Am I stupid? Because I can see that there's no windows on it. They can't see if they're actually in it. For surveillance only, I just assume.
Scout vertical takeoff unmanned aerial vehicle.
Cool.
The surface warfare mission module is intended to deal with small boats and is called the best swarm killer in the surface fleet.
Shut up. You can do that?
Mine countermeasures.
Oh, here we go.
The mine countermeasure module is designed to provide mine sweeping, remotely detecting and bypassing mines, and mine hunting, detecting, and disabling. It was envisioned to perform influence mine hunting via acoustic and magnetic signatures rather than contact or mechanical mine hunting. The mine countermeasure includes the airborne laser mine detection system, airborne mine neutralization system, remote mine hunting system, unmanned influence sweep system, and knifefish unmanned underwater vehicle.
All right, then. We got a lot of things to actually counter the mines.
These cutting-edge systems collectively contribute to the Navy's mine countermeasure capabilities in littoral environments. Anti-submarine warfare. Littoral combat ships were supposed to be equipped to hunt and destroy submarines with an interlinked package of sonar devices, helicopters, and torpedoes.
Lightweight tow, multi-function tow array, variable depth of sonar. That is really cool. Look at all those things they can do to counterfeit the U-boats, the subs. That's really cool. Look at that. Sono buoys. Oh my days.
But the systems didn't effectively communicate with one another. The towed sonar couldn't function properly in the vessel's wake, and the Freedom class is considered too loud to hunt submarines. The Navy canceled that function in 2022.
Oh yeah.
Retirement.
Too loud.
The Navy has tried retiring many of the littoral combat ships years before they reach their expected lifespan. Ships designed to last for 25 years are being mothballed after less than a decade of service. According to the Congressional Budget Office, each ship cost about $500 million.
Wow.
So more than $600 million after factoring in the mission packages. I don't think we're going to be decommissioning many that are all sunshine, no rain clouds, said Mark Montgomery, a retired Navy Rear Admiral and a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracy's think tank. I'm pretty confident that we're decommissioning things that are maintenance burdens. Among those that have been retired are the USS Freedom, USS Independence, USS Coronado, USS Milwaukee, USS Detroit, USS Sioux City, and more. Looking ahead, the Navy plans to decommission many other LCS warships, citing their ineffective anti-submarine warfare systems, inability to fulfill the Navy's missions, frequent breakdowns, and structural failures in high-stress areas of the ships. The future of the LCS remains uncertain. Only time will tell if these ships will become obsolete.
Wow. And I thought they were pretty darn decent, and I was completely wrong, right? Well, I gotta tell you once more, we actually learned something completely new today, littoral. And it's actually a Swedish word. But of course, we say it different, littoral. And I know exactly what it means, and I feel so proud because I learned something today. Unfortunate that they actually decommissioned the warships, but I guess time moves on, and you can see that they're getting obsolete, and that's the way it is. If you haven't checked out U.S. military news before, highly suggest it. Link for the video we just watched, and of course for the channel, both are available down there in the description. Go there and give them the support that they so much deserve. Did you learn something today? Let me know. And if you do know that Recky, they're gone, Recky. They don't exist anymore. You, Recky, are pretty darn obsolete. Either way, if you do enjoy, like and subscribe. And of course, I'm Recky. You stay safe.